Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Soldier Field. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now a first down throw, Stafford. And his first pass is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nolan Carroll. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 12. And the Dolphins have a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. James White, 32 yards. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover it, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. To return, this now Jacoby Jones. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The slot man in motion right. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nolan Carroll.
And as a defender, if you go with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that. But to have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. It's a pickup of 21. And that's good for a Miami first down. They come out here in the eye. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso.
I always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. They come up in an offset eye. Play clock winding down. Now a toss play. This is White. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And a dump off to White. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And unsuccessful there trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up 3rd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Here's Brady to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And this has no chance. It's no good. Well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness.
I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
A first carry down for Rex Burkhead. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, they run with Burkhead. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football breaker.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Sliding out of the pocket. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be third down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Stafford now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
In motion left is Sharp. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Nolan Carroll. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. And he's got the hook up for the first time with a veteran, Jeremy Maclin. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Fresh set of downs here. Shift together here from the D-line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's White. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
From the gun, it's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Now on, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's get back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
On first down, Brady. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Now this offense ready to take over again. Slot man moves right. After the interception, here's Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. They'll come out in the pistol. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
So they will go for it. Stafford. He'll buy some time right. And he finds his target. It's sharp. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. In motion left is Sharp. They go play action here on first down. Steps away. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. His throw incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The veteran Jeremy Maclin was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now Brady. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now Burkhead. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. It's caught. It's Dennis Pitta. The 20. And touchdown. Dennis Pitta, 43 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon, and they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was the prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Come the Dolphins now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
On 1st down, Brady. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jeremy Maclin, 59 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. So a very good. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Easy.
Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter